Hey eBayers, it's Suzanne A. Wells, and I have another time waster to make you aware of. This is a freebie from my premium content library. I do this series regularly. As of this recording, there is over 2.5 hours of video in the premium content specifically about time wasters so that you can focus on finding high profit items that are going to sell that people actually want and leave these other either unwanted or problematic items behind. So let's get into the video. Dansko clogs. And these have been a bolo for me pretty much ever since I started eBay. Here is an entry on my blog from January of 2009 talking about this is a great item to sell, just explaining what they are and that kind of thing. I'm not saying don't sell these, so listen to this whole section because I want to caution you about an issue with these shoes if you come across older ones or ones that have a certain kind of sole that can crumble and disintegrate. Jay and Ryan over at Scavenger Life, they have a blog and a podcast, so go check that out. I've listened to them forever and they're very good. They give a lot of good information. They had this on their blog back in 2014. But why am I telling you this now? Because these shoes are ending up in thrift stores. And there are older ones and there are newer ones. And so that's where you've got to be a detective and do your homework and understand what you're buying. So let me just read you this blog post real quick and explain where I'm going with this. They say, as you can see in the photo of our entryway, we love wearing clogs. Since we don't wear shoes inside our house, they're great footwear to slip on and off. Danskos have, until recently, been worth the cost for the quality we wanted. Super comfortable. We have clogs just for working outside and nice clogs for when in a professional office setting. According to Wikipedia, Dansko was started in Pennsylvania in 1990 by a husband and wife team. To this day, it's 100% employee owned. Sounds like a great business model. When we first started on eBay, we loved finding Dansko clogs to resell. They had a great reputation, so always brought a strong price. As resellers, it's important for us to feel like we're passing on items that will last and be useful. Now, Jay and Ryan came to eBay. They left their corporate jobs in, I think, somewhere near San Francisco when the 2008 bust happened, and they just decided to put all of their efforts into eBay. So they're referring to about 2008 as far as when they first started selling these. Unfortunately, we started having returns and complaints a couple of years ago. Danskos that looked almost new would suddenly start crumbling, and once customers started wearing them. At first, we thought it was just a bad pair, but even then, it started happening to our own clogs. You can see in these photos what my latest pair looks like after just a couple of months. Dansko must have changed the material they used for the soles. Instead of a solid rubber, they're using some kind of squishy, flexible foam. I believe it's a molded polyurethane. So after just brief storage, the clogs seem to disintegrate. It's a total shame because the leather is always still in great shape. If you Google Dansko crumbling, there's plenty of documentation on this issue. If you read through the comments on other blogs, you'll see that Dansko does try to soothe customers with coupons, but I've never seen any official response to how they plan to fix the issue. Are they going to use a new material? I would expect an ethical company to take responsibility for the problem, admit the mistake, and be transparent with the solution. Basically, they're explaining what's happening here, and I have also seen this in other brands like Born, Born, that they have some kind of composite material. It just falls apart. So I did Google Dansko clog crumbling sole, and you can see all these pictures of other people's clog Danskos that are disintegrating, and you don't know where the shoes have been before they were donated to the thrift store or whatever. So they could have been sitting somewhere in a damp environment and the soles look okay, but they're rotting. And so this is definitely a known problem. To test for it, you want to actually bend the sole like this. So you want to bend it and twist it and see if it's going to crack or break, because you can't tell if it's disintegrating, if it's of inferior quality, unless you do this bend test. Now, here are some pictures of different styles of Dansko clogs, and they have started making them with sort of like a hard plastic sole. Let me find a better picture. That one's not so great. But it's hard to tell unless you pick it up and feel it and look at it. So like this one here, this is actually a hard plastic material. It's not wood, it's not rubber. So I'm not saying don't sell Danskos. I'm saying be very careful when you pick them up to resell, because these used to be a bolo. Like anytime I saw them, I'd pick them up. And no matter what it was, a sandal, a clog, a loafer, Mary Jane's, whatever it might be, I'm much more careful evaluating, what is the item and what is it made of, and is it inferior, and is it going to fall apart, because I don't want any returns. So I'm not going to get into the whole, showing you all the solds and the whole market for these shoes, mainly because there's so many styles that it's kind of impossible to boil that down. But the issue here is the soles, and make sure you check them. Dansko is a very high quality brand. They use wonderful leather. Their shoes are used in different work environments like the restaurant industry, the medical industry, oil resistant. So for example, if you're working in the food service industry and you spill boiling water on your feet, they're made for that. They're made to stand up to that. I believe they even have some steel-toed items for like boots for, those kind of work environments. Caution you, because you want to do your homework and make sure that it doesn't do that when you buy it. So, because that would be a definite time waster if you bought a whole bunch of these shoes and then you sold them and then you got complaints from your buyer. Upon closer examination at home, you found this. That's going to be a waste of your time and money. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is a regular feature in my premium content library. As of this recording, there are 2.5 hours worth of video about this exact type of thing in the premium content library. If you haven't joined yet to take a look, do that today. It's only $20 a month. You can come for 1 month. Download everything in there, save it to your computer to reference later. Hopefully you'll stay, because I give you current information about what's going on in the world of eBay so that you can stay up to date and make the most of your eBay business. So I will see you there. Have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.